Unleashed back at you from right here at the Green Thumbs Gardening channel. It's been right at a month since we brought you guys an update on our 2-foot by 6-foot main Huegel culture garden planter right here next to our front porch in our front yard. And on the series on this particular planter, you know we originally planted spinach, onions, and carrots in this planter. Our spinach ran the course of their life. We had several fantastic harvests off that spinach, and we actually have a slideshow video. We're going to show you what we did with some of that spinach that we harvested from our planter. But after we removed the spinach from this planter and did our final harvest on that, we replaced that spinach with our California sweet red bell peppers that we originally planted over there in our front yard extended garden area over there. And we have some issues over there in that area over there, some pest issues mainly, and some nutrient deficiency issues over there in that area over there in the ground. So we dug them up, planted them here at our planter where our spinach used to be in the front row, and just take a look. Yeah, YouTube. I'm gonna give you guys a flashback of what these bell pepper plants looked like when we first transplanted them here into the planter from over there in the ground where we had them planted at. And I'm going to give you a quick flashback photo here to show you what they look like at that point compared to what they look like right now. Hang tight. This is what they used to look like when we first planted them here in this planter about a month ago. And again, this is what they're looking like now, YouTube, and they have really taken on a growth spurt. We've harvested the bell peppers at least 4 times from these plants since we planted them here in this planter, and that's over the past month. And we're nearing the harvest on several more of the peppers on our plants here right now at this point. And I want to take this time to mention something to you guys. This solar minimum has really had the heat here at a factor where all of our heat-loving plants were really suffering. Everything that loves to be planted in the sun, everything that just loves the heat and direct sunlight has been suffering. And what's been happening with our peppers on our pepper plants is that the ones that aren't completely shaded and shadowed by the leaves of our plants have been getting sunburned. Whatever part of that pepper is exposed directly to the sun will burn that spot, and then the subsequent humidity here causes rot to set in on that spot on the peppers. So what we've been having to do is, although these are indeed California sweet red bell peppers, we've been having to harvest our bell peppers before they turn red on the plants, because if we leave them out here, the sun just burns them, and then the humidity sets that right in, and we lose our peppers if we don't go ahead and harvest them. But I'm gonna give you guys a quick look at the size of some of our peppers and the blossoms on our plants. This past 2 weeks, they've really taken on a tremendous growth spurt, and we've had a lot of blossoms to set in on our plants, and the blossoms are sticking. They're not falling off. We're not losing any fruit to blossoms falling off of our plants. And again, we have blossoms all over our plants. We have bell peppers in several different stages of development here on our plants, and we're really pleased with what we see right here in our garden from our California sweet red bell pepper plants here. Again, we have quite a few bell peppers, again in various different stages of our development, and our plants are kind of loaded at this point, and we're pleased with what we see. And although you guys probably can't even see them in this second row of this planter, yeah, our onion plants, even though they're not heat-loving plants, our onion plants are indeed still alive. They're doing quite well, and I think it's mostly because These bell pepper plants in the front row provide them with like heat shield during the hottest parts of the day, and our plants suffer regardless to how much water I put on these sun-loving bell pepper plants. They wilt. They wilt down terribly during the heat of the day. The leaves completely almost fold up as if the plant is just, you know, out in the Saudi Arabian desert or something like that. And after the sun passes over and the front yard cools down some, they perk back up, you know. But again, during that hot point of the day, any of these peppers that's exposed to the sun, when these leaves wilt, they do develop, they do tend to get sunburned. Whatever spot gets sunburned, again, the subsequent humidity causes rot to set in on our peppers. So again, like these peppers this size, we'll probably be harvesting these within the next 2, 3, maybe 4 days here, before that sunburn sets in and the and begins to rot our fruit. They'll be probably about twice this size over the next 2 to 3 days. So at that stage, we'll probably go ahead and harvest the larger ones that are currently on our plants before that sunburn sets in. I'm gonna give you guys, I'm gonna lean our carrot plants back over towards the back of the planter, and give you guys a quick peek at what's going on with our onions. They are, again, they're shaded from the front by these bell pepper plants, and they're shaded from the rear by the carrots that's in the back row of this planter. And let me move some of this foliage back and show you guys what's going on. If I can. Yeah, they are indeed still alive. And if you look down there, guys, you can see those onions beginning to form down there. I'm gonna try to take you guys there for a close up, but yeah, we got some onions growing down there, guys. And the way they're looking, they're still nice and healthy, nice green foliage. They will indeed make it through the hot part of the season here, and we're looking forward to maybe September having a onion harvest here. And last but not least in our back row is our carrots. Man, I tell you, we know onions and carrots, neither one of these crops are heat-loving plants, but again, previously in the season, we had our cucumber plants planted over here. They ran out along this trellis. They provided plenty of shade for our carrots and our onions back there. Again, they're not heat-loving plants, but those vines from our cucumber plants did a tremendous job in shading our carrots and our onions during the hottest parts of the day, and they're still alive. They're doing good, and at this point, our pepper plants are shading our carrots and really keeping the majority of the sun from scorching them during the hottest parts of the day. If you look right here on this end, you can indeed see that some of the carrot leaves have been scorched and burned, but that's because, again, we removed those cucumber plants. The sun rises from that direction in the morning. It shines through this little crack here, and anything that's unexposed gets a little burned. But they're doing quite well back there in the back row still. One note about our carrots is, for some reason, the carrots on this end of the planter seem to be doing about twice as well as the carrots on this end of the planter. If you look at this foliage, you can see we have some decent carrot, foliage going on there. Plant's not too bad as far as size goes, but look down here. Show you what this foliage looks like down here. It's about twice as tall. And yeah, look down in there at how big those stems are down in there compared to what the stems look like down here. These guys are much smaller. I fed them the exact same thing, watered them the exact same amount, but these down here seem like they're doing not as well as the ones down here. So what we'll probably end up doing is harvesting the ones on this end first and allowing the ones on this end maybe to grow an extra month or so if necessary. But at any rate, YouTube, our 2 foot by 6 foot main Huegel Culture Garden Planter. We have 6 California Sweet Red bell pepper plants planted in the front row. Here we have about 20, maybe 25 onion plants planted back there in that second row. Back here in our planter. And I have no idea how many carrot plants we have back there, but again, the ones on this end seem to be doing twice as well as the ones on this end. I'm gonna harvest those first, harvest these maybe a month later. If you guys been following the series on this garden planter, you're not currently already subscribed to the Green Thumb Gardening channel, take a moment to press that subscribe button beneath this video, that like button, the notification button, and share this video with your friends and family if you don't mind.